Good morning. It's Mark from the Wandering Reseller. I instead of having my good morning 1 minute short, I printed it out, and it's March 9th. It's going to be 65 degrees, and I wanted to talk about the news on eBay today. I deep dived it and understand, and I actually saw some things that kind of caught my attention, and I just wanted to talk about it. So the news was basically they introduced several user experience enhancements, streamlining the shopping. These updates help customers find local things, listings, and fast shipping. So the word is fast shipping. So I want to explain why I love eBay. I'm going to start driving so we can achieve. I need to go to the mechanic too. Ugh. I got some oil burning, leaking. So I want to talk about why I'm a little scattered. Sorry, guys. I want to talk about why I love eBay so much, and what it's done for me, and how I think eBay will keep me safe in the future. As a young man, I've been, some might know, I've been struggling with disabilities my whole life, and some of you might not know. But I might be one of 10 people on eBay that don't type to list. I have systems to help me prevent any typing. And if I do type, my eyes are rotating back and forth from the word I'm copying. There's no spelling of anything. I've done this all my whole life. When I fill out applications, I'm looking at, I can do my address, I can do my name, I can basic small words, no problem, but anything after that, reading and comprehension, it doesn't work. Writing doesn't work. So I always say I write with my voice and I comprehend with my ears. And, as a kid, I learned sign language before I learned English or ABCs, because they just always put me in the special ed program, and whatever program that was, whatever school I was at, they would just move me to there. And so I want to talk about being targeted. I talk about being targeted and it's not it's based because of my disabilities. I've been targeted my whole life. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. I'll give you an example. As a young man, I play in golf. I got worked through the pro shop. I worked towards getting a job in the pro shop, and I thought I was going to be able to do it. And I had no ability with the register, taking names, putting down the names on the timesheet. None of that worked. So I immediately got demoted to like janitor. Well, that was targeted. I didn't realize I was going through a cycle, washing machine. Every time I got a job, I would get fired. I was never be able to hold my own job until I started making my own money. And then if I made a mistake, it didn't cost me anything. It cost me time. It cost me whatever money I lost because it's my money. Well, eBay kind of does that for you. I'll be now at 6-7 years full time, where I've eliminated all the other side hustles to survive, and just focused on eBay. And when I make a mistake now, it costs me money. It costs me shipping, returns. It costs me having to, let me give you an example. This last update I'm talking about. Come on, people. Just start driving normally, please. There's no common sense right now. Sorry, guys. I'm dealing with... That's okay. Just do what you need to do, sir. It's frustrating. So, to give you an example, why my shipping is 3 days. Every 3 days I ship. And I discovered me shipping on the same day, I was so stressed out. I would lose a product and I would take 3 hours, and I only have 30 minutes before I have to finish all my listings shipping before the expiration date. And it's always my disability causing this. I didn't realize, wow, if I move my policy to 3 days and then go to the settings and say I don't work Fridays, I really only have to ship on Monday. But I ship 2 days a week, no matter what, normally on Monday morning and Thursday. And that way I'm always shipping fast, because eBay basically sends out an email to the customer, go, hey, the customer got it out early. And I'm always shipping fast. And then I'll send a letter to the customer letting them know when it arrives and if there's any problems. And when I do this, I get a lot of reviews, I get a lot of positives. But so going back to being targeted, well, they made this update showcasing local items as well as fast shipping items. So fast shipping item is not me. So now, since they activated this, my sales dropped real quick, 40% that week. And then it bounced back, thank goodness. And I'm working all day. And a lot of times it's fixing mistakes I make. But I work for myself, so I can't really fire myself. So that's great. I'm not causing anybody to lose money. But this new policy really affects me a little bit, because I've had this last week 5, please cancel my order. And then you can go online and look up the item and see it was bought by somebody that ships it faster. Okay, so now they're targeting maybe that person that had that same product has a higher promoted settings and they get exposed near my listings. I don't know. And then we can make 5% more if we get them to want it and ship it faster. Well, the only reason I'm shipping 3 days and having Fridays off is because of my disability. So now I'm saying, hey, I'm being targeted again. It's always something. It's like I break it down, and now I've had 5 quick returns. Oh, please cancel. I didn't order this, or they'll lie. And I'll actually go block these people, because if they are saying they didn't order it, is eBay having that many technical issues, or are these people just that big of a liar? And I don't need them buying from me. So I've gotten, if you cancel an order like that and you want something quicker, that's fine. But I just feel like now I'm being targeted because of my disability. I ship this way because I don't get sick and upset and because if I lost an item and I have to look for it for 3 hours and go through all the letters that I make mistakes on and to see what one it went to, because I know where I make the mistakes at, and I'm soon going to get rid of those letters in my SKU numbers. Like J's, I'll reverse J's and it'll look like an L to me when I look, and I'll look in the L's and it's not in the L's. And it's the same thing for listings. That's why I only do 25 at a time. So I make sure and I double match my numbers, and there's a lot of things I have to do to prevent my mistakes. And it's always cost me jobs my whole life. I've gone through a cycle of losing jobs, having jobs, not be able. Perfect example, I worked as a Golden State Rules official, but I couldn't move. He started wanting to sell his tour, and I wouldn't have been able to do the numbers. I wouldn't have been able to do the names. I wouldn't have been able, and I didn't even get a chance to look at it. I committed my whole life to this guy, and I didn't even get a chance, and just because of my disability. And is that fair? I don't know. I just kind of, when I say I'm being targeted, it's based on how I see it. So you'll see me in my listings, you'll see me not type ever. And if I do type, my eyes are going like this, because I'm copy and pasting whatever I'm looking. I do not sound anything out. It just doesn't work. My whole, since grade school, I had no more than 5 people in each class I've ever been to. But I got patents, I got trademarks, I've produced videos from Hall of Fame golf pros. I've found my own way. I found my own way because of what I've experienced as a child, becoming homeless at 23 because I couldn't keep a job. not really understanding how powerful my golf ball business was. And I then refocused on the ball business, where I talk about it in my how it all started. And I recycled golf balls to a company that ended up making speed bumps that you drive over on the freeway, or most of the areas. You'll see these little round, they're plastic recycled golf balls, plus other plastic recycled stuff. So I just wanted to talk about this. Why I love eBay is because it gives me that freedom. But these updates, they work against me a lot of times. And I'm not trying to, like I said, I love eBay. It's given me the freedom to achieve. It gives me the freedom to do what I need to do. It gives me the freedom when I do make a mistake, it doesn't cost somebody else an arm and a leg, because I'm always trying to fix the mistake. And then I get stubborn and I'll keep looking for the product instead of saying, hey, I lost it. I'll spend all half a day going through all the inventory because I know it's there. It just got placed in the wrong tote. And now I've gotten the system down to where those mistakes are less. I have doubled up on all my listing checking. So now I'm kind of making mistakes now based on old listings that come through, and I'll know I made a mistake because the systems I'm using now are so much better to protect me from this. So I just wanted to talk about that. So they made a change. I saw a big drop off. I saw a lot of returns last week. Then I bounced back. I'm having to list all day just to get it to bounce back, and I'm generating some money again, a little money, but it's still money, and it's my money. It's money I can be accountable to. When I make a mistake, I can then pay somebody for my mistake. It could be a return on a shipping label because I didn't describe the product correctly, and a lot of things like that. I make my listings very generic. I have, hey, there's wear on this. Please look at your photos. It might be new, and I still use that same listing because I want to lower the expectation so I can make mistakes. And if I do provide a product that's way better than what my listing says, hey, this was way better than I expected. So I just wanted to mention this. Maybe local pickup might help me a little bit, but the fast shipping thing, it didn't really help me at all, because if I ship fast, I make mistakes, and then I'll be getting dinged on my account, and then I'll lose my top seller account, and I make too many. When I pull inventory with the systems I'm using now, I'm pulling quickly, but it's that one mistake where I can't find that one product, and then I just know I have to sit back and reflect and try to figure out where it could be, and then next thing you know, no boss is going to want to keep paying somebody that makes the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. So that is just a true feeling about how little updates can affect somebody's life. It's cost me maybe $100 this week in orders being canceled because I'm not shipping immediately. But even though I am, I am shipping early, because if I ship on Mondays and Thursdays and I take Fridays off, I'm shipping before my deadline every time. It's not one day. And I used to ship one day, and I made tons of mistakes. And by the time the day was over, I was getting sick, motion, and I struggled with my vertigo. That really made sense that I couldn't ship one day anymore. And then I realized, well, no, this is protecting me from making mistakes. I don't feel the stress. And I was having this motion sickness, and I was like, wow, shipping on 3 days, I could pull the item the first day, get them all organized, and make sure there's no problems. And then, there's things I can do to even ship faster, but I really like the setup I have now. But so what I'll have to do probably to solve this is send down a letter when they order it. If you need this expedited or shipped faster, I thank you for your business. I currently have it scheduled for Monday or Thursday shipping. If you need it faster, please just reach out. So if they are eager to maybe cancel it because they have another one that's available that's shipped one day and they get it 5 days earlier, because if I'm shipping my policy says I ship once a week, but I actually ship 2 days a week. And then all my customers say, wow, fast shipment. Well, that's because eBay is always saying, hey, it's coming early. It's coming early. Well, it's there to protect me. And now that's being squeezed. So this is my March 9th, 2005. Happy, move your clocks forward. Hey, it's going to be 65 degrees here in Newport. And thank you for listening. I just want you to realize this channel is more about, I have another channel that's Living Beyond Disabilities that talks about all the tools I use and my experiences using them and how I get through life. And it's growing, and this channel is growing. But this channel, it's my love. It's like, it's a part of eBay and my journey and traveling and the search. And so I'm still having a lot of problems talking about my disability. It doesn't sound like it, but just a few years ago, I would have never done this. Most of my life, I disguised my disability because I was embarrassed about it. And I didn't want people to see it because they go, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, you have no idea what I've been through. And so that being said, I appreciate you guys. If you don't subscribe, unsubscribe. And I do use a lot of AI to help me write, and some of my dictation, my sound overs are generated by AI, just to do deep dives. I use a word called deep diving, meaning I go in and learning the way I learned as an individual, being the way I am. I'm very curious about everything. So I appreciate you guys listening, and you guys have a great day. Thank you, guys.